Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Space Station Silicon Valley for the Nintendo 64. In the last video, we played through Jungle Japes, and now it's time to take on the Swamp of Eternal Stench. And learning this level was pretty atrocious. It can be done. And once things were figured out, everything clicked into place a little bit, and I was able to kind of get through this. Phew! So this is where the sewers lead. And here you are, slap bang in the middle of it. Wipe your feet before you even think about crawling back in here. So we need to get out of the poo and into a hyena. We need to find something to climb those vines. And we need to find and free the magic rope. So we start out as a tortoise, but not just any tortoise. It's actually a racing tortoise. It's not the one with the cannon from earlier. B allows you to do the hiding thing that the other tortoise did, but A, you have to hold it down for a turbo boost. We don't need it here. So we need to get up to this sign, and then we need to go this way. From here, we need to go to this tree, then this tree, and then we get to this energy. And then we need to get across over to here. And we need to get some energy and just not die. Now, if you go over here... Oh, you can't do it yet. You gotta be the hyena. Well, we can check out the racing tortoise just the same. Type, racing tortoise. Environment, jungle. Skill A, speed boost. Skill B, shell attack. Water resistance okay, mass light, armor medium, strength medium, traction average, fall distance medium, production short, engine 1.6, intelligence high. We can get through those bars, but, well, we need one of the hyenas to do that. But how do we get ourselves into a hyena? Well, we need to find a hyena, and then we need to keep mashing the B button near it in order to keep hitting it with our head. Believe it or not, this is how you're supposed to do it. And I want to get rid of both of these guys just to make things a little easier. Now, we have a hyena. We can now run around this place and we can do things. Also, look at those eyes. They are... I wouldn't exactly consider them to be sane. They don't even look sane. Anyway... Well, they are hyenas. Anyway, we need to go back over here. But first, can I jump over here? I can. I definitely can. Is there anything else that can be done over here? No. And I'd rather not be in this area anyway. But of course I would like to pick up the 2 power cells that were right here just to be safe. Now, as the hyena, you can go all the way up to these pipes. Okay, I guess it doesn't matter which animal you are, just as long as you get over here and press R. You want to be in chip form? That way you get the trophy that pops up and the power cell behind the bars. The game rewards you in more ways than one if you go in here. And that's just nice. Now, for some more exploration. We can jump over here as the hyena. And, well, there's the glass that keeps us away from the dark abyss of space. There's this little area where we can get a power cell. We can jump back over here. Remember this little area for later. And before I do anything else, I want to make sure that I have this place, you know, just fully explored. All the power cells and whatnot taken care of. That way I know that I don't need to go back here. And thankfully, I know that I don't need to go back here. Did that just to be on the safe side. Didn't have to, but, well, I did. And now there are 2 gorillas. We need to avoid being on the ground when these things are jumping, because they do have a ground pound attack and it will hurt you. And you do want to take on both of these things just to make things a little easier on your end. There we go. I don't know how much energy that took off of both of them, but, well, we have the energy. Now, we just need to back in and out. We have actually had to laugh these gorillas to death as the hyena. It's the only way. And there's one down. I would like to take care of the other. And I don't want to be too close. That's the main problem with these things. So we now have 2 gorillas to play around with, if I can find both of them. There they are. Let's switch to gorilla. Type gorilla. Environment jungle. Skill A, jump thump. Skill B, grab and lob. Water resistance okay. Mass huge. Armor medium. Strength power lift. Traction good. Fall distance medium. Production very long. Engine cool. Intelligence very low. And we got a gorilla. So we can now get around. We can now, according to the game, find something to climb the vines. Now we need to just find the magic rope. Now, there's an area here that tells us that we need to be the gorilla. I was on top of one of the swamp bubbles. Get that power cell, turn back, get out. There's another power cell here. There's some energy there. Not sure if I need to grab it just to be safe, but there is also a power cell here in the middle of midair. And these guys, little guys popping out, they don't seem to do much. I'll go ahead and grab the little drum here and get the energy, and then I can just use the double jump slash the ground pound attack to, well, get over here. And apparently that's not where I need to be. That's where I came in from. Let's try again. I'm glad I pressed C up because that allows me to see things. And allows me to see this area. And there's something swinging right there. What is it? What could it possibly be? They're vines. So we have vines to swing on now. This was strangely easy to figure out after a few errors. And this is apparently as far as I can go in this particular area. So we need to grab onto this. We'll need to grab onto something. Where do I start? I forgot where I start. I think this is where I start. No, this is where I start. Well, I start somewhere. Okay. This is something. No, this is where we start. if I can actually grab the vine. Sheesh, do I actually have to bring a thing over here? Because I know I didn't when I did the practice run. Am I just not very clever all of a sudden? Because I know I found the vine that I needed to grab. I know this is doable. Come on, game. Really? Fine. Okay, then. Since you want to do things this way. Now, while you're holding a barrel, you actually can't grab. Or, actually, you can't do the double jump. So... Are you serious? You just have to be ready to do the single jump. Okay, this is seriously... There we go. You may have to use these. So anyway, you hold left and right on the control pad. You kind of have to get some momentum going. And after a little while, you want to press A to switch. I start on the wrong vine. Well, at least we know what to do now. Now, where is the lowest one? Because I'd rather show off how you're supposed to do this. Okay, I don't get it. Where's the lowest vine supposed to be? Unless it's actually not here. I forgot to go towards the... I forgot to go over here. I just practiced this level and I can't remember where anything is. Good grief. Anyway, this is where you're supposed to go. But actually bringing in that second deal, that second barrel, that was actually kind of smart on my behalf. I can bring that around if I mess up somewhere. So some of these vines are on copters, and you'll need to time your jumps. You have to use left and right on the control stick to swing forward and back. You have to do this to get some momentum and eventually swing to where you need to go. Ow. And you know what? I may take that with me here. And kind of use this. Just place this right here. Let's try this again. And hopefully we can do this without hurting ourselves. So, to recap, left and right, you need to use those to swing. And you need to keep swinging in order to get momentum. You need to swing into the vines, and you need to press A once, just once. You don't need to double jump to leap to the next vine. once you have your timing down. And you may have to double jump to grab that one. That's probably what I did wrong there. I do have that barrel there as a little safety mechanism in case I mess up at this point. So if you having a little trouble, bring another barrel down here. As for the power cells, you don't necessarily have to jump for them. You can just get on a certain part of the vine and you can just keep swinging that way. If you're not reaching it, adjust where you are a little bit and then try again. Now, I messed up here, but we have this. And yeah, you may have to double jump. I didn't have much of a problem during the practice run, amazingly. Once I got the controls down, it ended up not being that bad at all. I was actually kind of surprised by that. Uh-oh. Maybe I should be higher or lower on the vine. And getting on these vines can be tricky. There we go. All right. I may need to go lower on this vine. Maybe that's my problem. Uh-oh. Yeah, I wasn't low enough on the vine. And there is the next vine, which is on a copper and is moving up and down. And yeah, I should have timed it a little bit. I should have waited a little more. That's on me. And getting back on this one can be a bit of a pain. Sometimes I think I'm on it, sometimes I'm not. Okay. And I guess I wasn't even... Either I was too low on the vine, or I just wasn't near this thing at all. Also, I swear that thing is moving up and down. It is moving up and down. It's got to be. Why else am I not grabbing it half the time? Okay. Get back there, you. Oh, come on. I feel like you were not meant by the developers to do this. Not to do it in this way. Hence why I'm having so much trouble trying to grab this in the first place. Okay. Come on. Now that I think about it, it's actually better to do it that way. In case I mess up again. And that's just me playing around a little more. Yeah, that vine, I feel like it is really moving up and down. Like it's on a... Yeah, it is moving up and down itself. It's got to be. Why am I having so much trouble with it now? Ooh, okay. We need to get on that. I just hope. There we go. And now, this is the last one. We swing all the way to the left. There we go. This is where we need to be. There are exploding things coming out of the ground, though, so you want to be careful. And you want to grab the magic rope. Climb it all the way to the top. Now, how many do we have left? Okay, we have 5 of these bad boys left, these power cells. You want to be on the very bottom for that. I told you we'd grab that eventually. Okay, I think you kind of be just near the middle for this. This is how we're going to be grabbing the rest of the power cells. Okay, that leads to the teleporter, but we want to be just top up of middle because we're going to be heading to the pipe next, and I think we're going to be grabbing 1 or 2 power cells in this manner. If you wait long enough, you'll go from one location to the other, and all those little square pads that you've been saying are the waiting spots for the magic rope. What do I have to be for this? I think I need to be near the middle for that. Those are the last 2, right? I'm still missing 1. Is it in the pipes? No, it's right here. I think it's right there. Well, we'll figure it out. I just need to take a look around. And do all this. Now, you can wait in any one of those little square pads where the magic rope stops, and it'll eventually show up. The game does give you a message saying, here comes the magic rope, when it's about to show up, so you'll know when it's coming. As for freeing the magic rope itself, you just have to jump into it like you did all the vines, and you just climb it to the top, and that frees it. That's pretty much it. That's all you have to do. Now, do I have to be at the top? Well, okay, I kind of have to be in the middle for those 2. So, much like the guitar in Alice's restaurant, we're going to wait one more time for the sound of the guitar. Well, not really, but we're just going to wait one more loop. And if we pick that up, that'll leave me with 1. So, I'm missing 1 power cell, and it's going to be in the... It's going to be in the area with the hyenas. More than likely. And in case I don't get that one power cell in midair on the next go around, I can just readjust later on. I can just readjust before the next pass, and that should do it. Alright, we got it. But now, we're going to need another one of these deals. Can I use this to get up here? We can. Okay. That's up there. That leaves me with, well, actually, we don't need to use the vines anymore because we can just wait for the magic rope whenever we need to. We have the locations, we just need to... We just need to wait for the rope whenever we need it. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back. I'm going to take that second drum that I used. And I'm going to use this drum that I didn't even know that was going to help me skip half of the half of the vine swinging apart. So yeah, that was a new one on me. I didn't even try that during the practice run. Alright. Let us take this back to the hyena area. That way I don't have to turn into a hyena just to get back over there. I can just keep on going as the gorilla, and I can just run around wherever I need to. This looks good. Let's get some energy, because I'm going to need it. I'd rather have it. That's there, that's there. We're still missing one of these. Why are you there? Why is that there? Oh, you know what? That allows you to get back up there. I think. No? Oh, it does. Okay. I have to say, it seems kind of useless to have a vine up here if it doesn't take you back. Maybe you're supposed to, maybe you're supposed to do it like this. That's a ticket. Okay. We are still missing one power cell. I want to get that before I leave. And it's probably going to be in a spot that I probably should have been in. I can tell you it's not in the maze area at the start. It's not going to be there. There was one right there, but I already got it. And I got what's in here. So that's ruled out. So let's look around again. What is supposed to be up there? Something tells me I'll eventually find out. And I could just use the magic rope if that's... Actually, you know what? That's probably supposed to be where the goal is. That little area right there. Here's a gorilla area. We're going to look around here just to be safe. I know I got that. And by that, I mean the power cell in the gorilla area in the swamp. And if that's the case, well, let's look around with the magic rope areas. We can always go back and get those. And there it is. The game does tell you. You do see the little shadow popping up saying, as if to say, hey, it's right here. Is this going to be over here? No. It's not there. That's so strange. Let's check the rest of these areas before we do anything else. I'll probably notice something. Probably notice something I didn't notice before. Okay. Oh, I see it. It's up there. Okay. Well, we need to get up there. And thankfully, we have the magic rope for that. I'm glad I did all the objectives first. You want to get all the objectives first before going for all of the... power cells. That way you'll know where to go. So we forgot to explore this area just a little bit more. And that's why I couldn't find it, because it was in a spot that I didn't know it was in. Alright. We have the trophy. We have all the power cells. We've been in here for far too long. Let's get out of here and get ourselves to the teleporter, because we really need to do that. Alright. And thankfully, all you have to do is just jump while just idle at the bottom of the rope while you're not swinging around, and you'll just drop straight down. That's how you get off the rope. Alright. Just gotta do a little bit more waiting and then we'll be out of here. At last. And here's where we need to be. We got the trophy. We got the power cells. Let's get out of here. And we have the fourth area unlocked now. Fun in the Sun. The fourth area is the desert. And those will have probably some of the most challenging levels, I would bet. As for Swamp of Eternal Stench, we did what we needed to do. And we've got the power cells and the trophy for that, so that's taken care of. Next up is Wait For It. And at least it's not Swamp of Eternal Stench. So I can probably breathe a little easier for this one. We'll see. Until then, join me next time where we take on the second to last normal level of the jungle levels. It will not be long until we're 3/4 of the way through this game. Hopefully, I can beat this. I would love to be able to beat this game. We'll see. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!